anxiety, classification is really important. Metoclopramide is important. Domperidone, antidiarrheal drugs management, ORS, this is important for practical. And this classification for inflammatory bowel disease is important. Laxatives classification, I know few things about this. And peptic culture classification is important. Proton pump inhibitors important. Receptors H2 blockers is important. Sucralfate is important. Pyrazine is important. Non-systemic antacids and anti-H. pylori agents are important. And also know the drugs useful in gastroesophageal reflux disease. Now coming to drugs affecting coagulation and blood formation, hemostatics, classification of anticoagulants, and heparin is important. Low molecular weight heparin. And oral anticoagulants, differences between heparin and warfarin is really important. And fibrinolytics, streptokinase is important. Classification of antiplatelet drugs, and this is important. Preparations of iron, parenteral preparation, indications for parenteral iron therapy is important. Acute iron poisoning, like how we treat acute iron poisoning. Maturation factors important. Folic acid and uses endocrine pharmacology. Thyroid and antithyroid drugs are important. Differences between T3 and T4. Antithyroid drugs classification is important. And propylthiouracil and carbamazole differences. Iodine and iodides. Revolves iodine is important. Radioactive iodine is important. And actions of testosterone, anabolic steroids. Know the mechanism of action in estrogens. Differences with actions of estrogen and progesterone is important. Anti-estrogens and selective estrogen receptor modulators important. Clomiphene citrate, this is really important. Don't forget to miss this. Don't miss this. Okay. Selective estrogen receptor modulators. Tamoxifen is important. Progestins. And then antiprogestin is important. Oral contraceptives, this table is really important. So chart. A mechanism of action of combined contraceptives and progestin only pill, parenteral contraceptives, adverse effect of hormonal contraceptives. And then this is comparison. This whole thing is important. Corticosteroids and metabolisms is important. Adverse reaction therapeutics of uses of glucocorticoids. Contraindications are important. Insulin and oral antidiabetic drugs important. Insulin preparation, human insulin is important. Complication of insulin therapy, insulin resistance. Management of diabetic ketoacidosis, hyperosmolar non-chaotic diabetic coma, oral antidiabetic drugs. And this chlorpropamide, glibenclamide are important. Next, sulfonyl ureas are important. Biguanides are important. Now, agents affecting calcium balance, parathyroid hormone is important. Calcitonin is important. Vitamin D preparations, just look at it. And bisphosphonates, know the names, uses. Drugs acting on uterus, uterine stimulants, oxytolytics are important. Oxytocin is important. Alcohol derivatives, uterine relaxants, leucocytics are important. Now coming to chemotherapy. Resistance to antimicrobial agents. Superinfection is important. Indications of combined microbial agents is important. Sulfonamides, cotrimoxazole, fluoroquinolones, penicillins, beta-lactam antibiotics, penicillin G beta-lactamase inhibitors preparation is important. Cephalosporin is important. Third generation cephalosporin is really important. Aminoglycosides, tetracyclines, perimethacrol, macrolides, clarithromycin, azithromycin important. Urinary antiseptics, know the names. Anti-pseudomonal agents, and drugs used in typhoid fever, agents used in staphylococcal infection, anti-tubercular drugs, and this daily dose. Isoniazid is important. Rifampicin is important. Intensive phase and continuous phase of treatment. Multi-drug resistant GD. The standard regimen is important. Antileptotic drugs. Dapsone is important. Clofazimine is important. Lepra reaction is important. Antifungal amphotericin B is important. Hydroxychloroquine griseofulvin is important. Azoles, ketoconazole, fluconazole, itraconazole, acyclovir, doxorubicin, amantadine. Nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, that azidoridine is important. Non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, protease inhibitors, NTN fusion inhibitors, integrase inhibitors. Just know this and write whatever drugs comes in, then it will be easy for you to read again. Anti-malarial drugs classification is really important. Chloroquine is important. Treatment regimen is important. Now in areas with chloroquine resistance and for terminal prophylaxis, other uses of important. Next, pyrimethamine is important. Primaquine, artemisinin, nitroimidazole is important. Antiamoebic drugs classification is important. Regimen treatment of amoebiasis is important. Uses emitting group is important. For aminochloroquinamides, 8-hydroxyquinones, antibiotics. Mebendazole, albendazole, and almentics. Know the drugs names and no detail about mebendazole, albendazole. Diethyl carbamazine citrate, ivermectin, praziquantel, and anti-cancer drugs. Classification of anti-cancer drugs: alkylating agents, nitrogen mustards. Know about this acrolein. This is really important. Next, platinum containing compounds. Folate antagonist, methotrexate is important. Polinic acid, use of polinic acid and methotrexate is important. Urine antagonist, mineral alkaloids, different uses and adverse effects of blasting immune system. Anti-cancer antibiotics, enzymes. Now miscellaneous drugs. Summary: chelating agents, know the names. And immunosuppressants, classification, immunostimulants. Just go through the stable ones. Antiseptic disinfectants, there is mnemonic also. Now surface acting surfactants is important. Vitamin A, D, B complex, and vitamin C is important. Next, differences between oral polio vaccine and injectable polio vaccine. Polio vaccine is important. Combination vaccines and counter irritants is important. Know the drugs used for psoriasis and acne virus, scabies, and that's it, guys.